My name is John. I live here in Florida. My son's my everything. He's what actually got me through the injury. He gives me that extra push to survive, to learn new things, to just adapt into this new world in a chair. Life before my injury. I went out a lot, had a lot of friends. I was a store manager running a multi-million-dollar jewelry store. I was in my young 20s, got engaged, and then had my son. And then me and my fiance kind of split right before I got hurt. Then the injury happened. November 8th, 2012, I had a girl that I knew call me out of the blue. We had this one place called the Blarney Stone, best burgers in town. Knew the owner of the place, went there. We had our burgers, had a couple beers, and we're going to head back to my place. This is like 1 o'clock now. So as I'm getting in the car, you hit the button, you unlock the button twice and unlocks all your doors. And then as we're getting in, the back door closes, boom. Turn around to a 38 special revolver in my face. He demanded all my money. And at the time, and still to this point, I keep everything on my card. I was trying to tell him, I was like, hey, I don't have cash on me right now. I've got cards. I was like, I'll do anything, man. I was like, take my truck. I'll get out, take the keys. And then I was screaming at that girl to throw him her. I was like, just give him your purse. Just give him your purse. I don't know if she did or not, because amidst that, the loudest noise in the world had just happened in my ear. Flash, I could barely see, and I could smell, to this day, I can still smell the aroma from the gun. I felt this sensation, the weirdest sensation in the world, where all of a sudden I could feel, say, from my waist, and then you just like, it went down and just went, and I could feel it go all the way down to my feet, me losing my sensation. I woke up in an ambulance on my way to Upstate Hospital, and they were just trying to keep me awake. And I was just close to dying. I got a bullet in my T10, still in between, that they said that they didn't want to take out because they were just worried that it would injure me more. They found the guy, though. They found him. He's in jail for 15 years. And when I find out he's going to have his parole hearing, I'm going in my chair because I don't think he should be out. So that's that. Wake up in the hospital, week of ICU and 3 weeks of dreadful therapies. And my initial thoughts were, I'm going to be walking within a month and getting out of this place. I didn't know anything about spinal cord injuries. I didn't know anything about that. From the ICU, went down to rehab. I could have 4 visitors. My mom was there every day. My dad would come up. I had a girl I was kind of seeing at the time. She would come up every once in a while, and one for my son. And I remember his mother bringing him the first time to see me. For the first time, I had no shirt on, and I had an exploratory surgery. So I have a scar from here that goes all the way down, and it was all patched up with staples. So he came around the corner. My ex just started bawling, kind of made me start crying. And then my son started crying. And at first he was kind of scared, I get it. But now he's accustomed. He's very proud of me for what I can do in a chair. So, the barriers were, learning how to get dressed on my own. Cathing, I straight cath. I pretty much did that on my own. Another barrier that I had to overcome is I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed to be seen in a chair. I just remember that barrier of people seeing me in a chair. I just was like, oh, what are they thinking? Now I got this attitude like, world, see me now. And it's so cool. I think that barrier was like one of the coolest to overcome, just going from in the house, not out, to just going out all the time now. And I don't care, I'm in a chair. You don't like I'm in a chair? Then beat it, buddy. I had real bad leg spasms. Any little bump I would hit, my left leg would start shaking. And then my son would always, whenever he saw it, he's so cute, he'd be like, Daddy, your leg, and run over and like jump on it. If anybody out there is experiencing really bad leg spasms, you would talk to your pain doctor. There's a device that's made by Medtronic. And what it is a device which is implanted in your stomach. It's about the size of a hockey puck. And you can put any type of medicine in it. And it's very, very concentrated, so it lasts a while. So I did it. did the trial. Immediately, no spasms. It changed my entire world once I was able to wheel and my leg didn't fall off. So now I'm out all the time, doing mile laps on sidewalks. And at this time, I was living in Milwaukee. I went to a freighter Milwaukee, one of their main hospitals there, and they had a really, really good spinal cord therapist there. She taught me, how to do, floor transfers, wheelies, hopping up on curbs, hopping off curbs. It's just like I got like this boost of confidence afterwards. I went to school for an associate's degree in marketing management. I worked for a marketing company called Mosaic. We work for Fortune 500 companies. They teach me the product. I'm like the touch point, interacting, demoing, or letting them try, taste, sample the product. It was cool. It was fun getting back to work, man. I was out there interacting with people. I had to bring a small table, and then I had a couple other items that I had to bring with my car and get in the store and set it all up. So I put the table on my lap and then put everything on top of it, and then would, kind of wheel up. People are just looking at me. They're like, "Oh, can I help? Can I help?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, thanks." I think the company I work for, I think they're amazed at the type of jobs I can take on and what I can set up. I had to move because I had no family left in Syracuse. And it was one of the hardest things I had to do was leaving my son. I'm in Florida. He's still in New York. But now, we talk every single day, about 5-6 times a day. I'm his best friend, but always father first. Before the incident, I never really had to approach a girl to date. They would come to me or we'd meet at parties. But after I got in the chair, it was completely opposite. I mean, girls wouldn't even look at me. They would act like I didn't even exist. So one of my biggest accomplishments was I went on a date. I was able to drive myself to the date, and it felt pretty good. Other big accomplishments, driving was awesome. Being able to get out there and just drive on my own, man. Oh God, that's the best feeling in the world. So if you just got injured and you think that you can't drive, you can. There's ways. Got into a 4-year program, a bachelor's program, and I'm 2 classes away from my bachelor's degree now in business administration, supervision, and management with a minor in marketing. There's a gentleman on Facebook named Ben Huntinger, and he designs off-road chairs. And I don't know how, but I was lucky enough to get picked. Just an anonymous woman had donated the off-road chair for me. So he built it to my specs. Now I can go off-road. I can go on the beach. I can go anywhere, go in the woods, go through water, creeks, over rocks, over trees. To be honest with you, I don't ever even think about walking. I don't make a goal where I'm going to walk again because it's a goal that I don't know if I can accomplish. And if I don't accomplish that goal, what's the point of setting that goal? Someone that just gets injured, you're going to have your worst days, then you're going to have your best days. I'm 8 years in and I still have my bad days. Just keep pushing and learn as much as you can. Just don't give up. Keep pushing. You're here for a reason.